Hello. How are we doing? I'm sorry, I just realised that although I set the stream title in the game, it didn't update on Twitch, so I saw a bunch of you going, oh, stream test, what's going on? It's not a stream test. It's not a stream test. But obviously I just completely misled you by not actually, apparently, pressing update. I don't know, I thought I did. Anyway, how are we doing? Can you hear me okay?
Welcome back.
That was weird. That was very weird. Whackaday, 54 months, mate. Good evening, Paul. Hope you and the family are well, sir. Dude. Dude! You and Avenger up there with 54 months. Thank you very much, Whackaday. I'm doing well, thank you. I hope you're well. Thank you for the support. That's epic. You thought it was a test? No, it's not a test. This is not a drill. David Olibido, I have had a baby with 9 months. Are you back from the US yet, Dave? Or are you still over there drinking beer and eating pizzas and stuff? NN Tech, 21 months. Neil G with a year. Boy, time flies when you're having fun. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Neil. You was promised a stream test. Dang it!
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
It showed Subnautica on the title before you started the stream. Well, if it showed Subnautica, why didn't it show the correct title? I don't get it. That's just weird. I don't understand. I'm confused.com. Notified Gaming, thank you for 20 months. Pirated username, thank you for the resume. And Jules with hello, mate. Hello, Jules. Harm 27, 19 months. Ooh, 19. 19 for Harm. Time goes fast. These amazing streams and the amazing community. Thanks for all the streams. Squirrel Love. Thank you, Harm. Twitch is being twitchy. What a surprise. BR22 Savamura. 2 months. How you doing, Sav? Henry, 18 months. Onwards 24. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you, Henry. Have you fixed everything? I think so, YOLO. I think I have. Fixed everything. It showed Subnautica, then it switched to stream test. What? It's bizarre. You've got 2 nice new 1080 Ti's now, Dave. Dave. Give them to me, Dave. Why waste them on yourselves? All you're going to do is play Minecraft. Give them to me, Dave. I'll put them to better use. Brilla, 67, 26 months. 1 more to go. 1 month is gone, and more to come. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Brilla. What is this game, please? I've never heard of it before. Cuzzy. This game is a game that we've played a few times. It's been 4 years in development and it releases next week, so they've basically added... They've almost completely, entirely done the storyline. In 3 words or less, what was the fix? OBS. There you go. Minecraft is too powerful for you, you're on Minesweeper. I'm going to start a new game because I know a bunch of you not... I want to see the game from the beginning because this game is like... pretty much done now, but I'm just going to quickly load this, which is an old game, which is a game from like August last year or whatever, just so you can see that it's not tearing anymore. You knew it would be OBS. No, you didn't, Impy. No, you didn't, mate. Nah, I don't accept that because the fix will blow your mind. It's completely... It's not a fix. It's a workaround. Let me put it that way. There was nothing wrong with OBS. OBS is fantastic. That's the point. That's why when Impy says he knew it would be OBS, he's wrong. Because OBS didn't do anything wrong. Nvidia did. Anyway. Look how buttery smooth it is. Look how much it isn't tearing now. Is that lovely and buttery? It should be. Is that like a buttered scone? Can you see any tearing? I doubt you can see any tearing. I bet all you can see is buttery graphics now. Woohoo! Utterly butterly, exactly. Utterly butterly as that, eh? Food talk. Nvidia's never done anything wrong. Dave, I beg to differ, dude. I beg to differ. While you're at Nvidia, Dave, tell them that their cloning doesn't work properly. Tell them that from me, and if they want me to prove it to them, I'll quite happily do so. But yeah. Is that butter smooth now? It should be. Are you back now? What, you back from the US? No turn but slightly jerky? Nah, it's not, dude. Watch it on Source, YOLO. I'm sorry, but that's just butter now. You're curious of the fix? Let me tell you what the fix is. The fix is... Bum, 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 bum. The fix is simplistically that... Let me have to change something here so you can see that. The fix is not to use NVIDIA cloning. Because when using NVIDIA cloning, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It used to work, and now it doesn't work. Or rather, it does work, but it tears in full screen. There's got to be a problem with NVIDIA. There's got to be a problem with NVIDIA. So, I'm not actually cloning anymore. So here's monitor left, here's monitor center, here's monitor right, here's the capture card. But Squirrel, how are you getting the image onto the capture card? If you're not cloning the desk. If you're not cloning this into here, how are we seeing what's on here? It's magic. It's absolutely magic. Jules, I remember this again. Last time you played it. Yes, Jules. Did I play it August last year? Nope, I am not using a HDMI splitter. I'm not using a HDMI splitter. Dave is correct. I am using OBS. I am using OBS to clone this onto this, rather than NVIDIA doing it. And when you use OBS, it takes a little bit more graphical power, as you can see. My GPU is currently rocking in at 50%. It takes about 7% GPU, something like that. As you can see the decode here. See this? It takes about 7% off your GPU. But it works! Unlike NVIDIA, it works properly. And that's the fix. See? So, Dave, while you're at NVIDIA, tell them it doesn't work. Because it doesn't work, Dave. How did the flight go this morning? The flight this morning was fantastic. I would give this morning's flight a 9 out of 10. This morning's flight I would give a 9 out of 10. I would have given it a 10 out of 10 if the wind wasn't so bad. I don't know, it's got to be an NVIDIA driver bug or something in the... I mean, I went back to December's drivers and the one before that, and both of them were broken, yeah? So I don't get it. Did you get my mail's messages? I saw your messages, Dave, but I've yet to see an email. So I don't really know where you're sending it. But... hang on, let me have a quick look. No, I've not got any email there. So you said you were sending me an email, but I didn't get one. No, I don't have one. I don't have an email from you, Dave. Just send it to business@squirrel.tv, Dave, or something like that. The wind was terrible. Yes. So when I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning... Oh, they fixed the planets as well. When I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning, it was howling a gale. Look at that. They've done some graphical fixes. Look at that. It's so pretty. 5 AM. The wind was so strong I could hear things blowing down the road. It was that strong. So I thought to myself, no way am I flying today. And I looked at the weather forecast. And the weather forecast said, this afternoon it's going to be raining. But this window opened up for about 2 hours where I was flying. This window just opened up. where the wind dropped down to like 9 knots. It was blustery, but it was only 9 knots. The visibility though, I got up 3,500 feet. Man, you could see 30 miles. It was... And there were little pockets of tiny little clouds. So I'm flying along, just gliding in between these little clouds. I could see Harwich, I could see Ipswich, I could see all the container ships at Harwich. Container ships coming in, containers everywhere. The whole dockyard. Trains, trucks, you name it. I'm like banking over it, over the estuary at the sea. Oh man, it was so good. So good. And then I came back and I sat my air law mock exam. Yeah? So I was studying yesterday and I sat my air law mock exam. I got 90%. I got 2 questions wrong. So, but one of them, I swear one of them, unbelievable. So next week I have to do the real exam. Scared much? Squirrel scared.
Welcome back.
Any recommendations for gaming or uni laptop? No, I don't use gaming laptops. Yep, got your email, Dave. You got 2 questions wrong, yeah. Well, let me ask you the question, guys. Let's see if anybody in chat knows the answer. Without looking up on the internet. Okay? Because everybody could do that. You can't do that in an exam. What was the question? High intensity lights on an obstacle. High intensity lights on an obstacle. Are they static red, flashing red, static white, flashing white? High intensity lights on an obstacle. Like, you know, crane or whatever. Are they static red, flashing red, static white, flashing white? I know what I put. And I got it wrong. Don't Google. You see? You see? You guys are on the same page as me. I put down static red. The answer is flashing white. I was like, what? Flashing white. And the trick in this question is the fact that it says high intensity. Because, apparently, and I have to know this, up to, I think it's 400 or 500 feet, the lights are static red. Above 500 feet, the obstacle uses high intensity flashing white light. So the key in that question is high intensity. Otherwise, if it's not high intensity, it must be under 500 feet, which means it's static red. Well, Geordie, that's what I thought, but it depends on the height of the crane, that's the point. It depends on the height of the obstacle, but the trick is high intensity, which means it must be something really tall. Awkward question. Awkward question, that one. And I got it wrong. And the thing is, there was another guy who's been a pilot for 2 years. He was sat there, and he was like, so what ones did you get wrong then? And I read this question to him, and he got it wrong. I was like, that's great. He got it wrong as well, so I feel better now. So I wear a static red and you wear a flashing white. Only if it's high intensity. So yeah, we did one takeoff, one landing. Flew over to Harwich and back. Did some medium turns, cruise descents, climbs. You know, just a general get me back into the swing of it all and stuff. But next week I do. We're going to do some circuit work if the winds are calm. Otherwise, we're going to do some 60-degree turns, which are nasty. Sorry, 45-degree turns, and maybe a 60. Which is basically collision avoidance turn. But it makes you go on your stomach. I've done it before, it's not pleasant. It's like being a fighter pilot. How much do you need to pass? I've got 9 exams. This is only air law. Can I please move the face cam? Wouldn't it be better if I just moved myself in OBS rather than move the face cam? Because I don't want to move that thing. Lol. Do I have a phobia of heights? No. I don't have a fear of heights per se. I don't mind being up high. But I don't like it. Like, I couldn't stand on the edge of a cliff. I wouldn't like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, a place where you can basically just fall off. I don't like that. But I don't look down and get vertigo. Let me put it that way. I don't know, Dragon Trucker. I need to read my airlaw book. I have a fear of heights at the point where I feel like I might die. Let me put it that way. Is the game any good? I think so. I'm going to bring the game audio up a touch. I'm going to start a new, He was taken off from skip alone in flight sim and shot up like a rocket on the 777. Right, we're going to start a new game. Because they've added a whole lot of stuff to this game. Like new voice audio and all kinds of stuff. And I want to pay a bit more attention this time to the actual story behind it. Like all the things that you can find of information. Pay a bit more attention to it. That's not a fear of heights, it's a fear of falling. What's that quote about, Oh, what is that? That joke. I don't have a fear of falling, I just have a fear of hitting the ground or something like that. I can't remember the gag. Nabe Kevin, nicely done, dude. You've got a Warthog as well. Nice. The Warthog is really good. Really good. I'll be back flying again soon, Nabe. Yeah, that's it. The sudden stop. I don't have a fear of height, a fear of falling. It's a sudden stop that's the problem. It's something like that. It's not the impact that kills you. It's a sudden stop. No, that's not it. It's not the falling that kill you. It's the impact or something weird. Anyway. It's not the fall I'm afraid of, it's a sudden stop at the end. I mean, people jump out of planes all the time, don't they? I don't know if I could do that. Because at the point where you jump out of the plane, you are entirely dependent on the person that packed that parachute. You really are. Because if that thing doesn't open, you're dead. You hate it when somebody ignores every message, Lotex. Who's ignoring messages? How am I doing? Speedy? Not bad. If you could fly any aircraft from any era, what would it be? Whew. Any aircraft from any era? Dude, that is an open question. I'd probably go with something like an SR-71 Blackbird. Probably go with that. I don't know, there's so many wonderful aircraft, you know, it's kind of hard to just pluck one out and say, oh, me, Lotex, okay, whatever. Well, it's not intentional. I think you're just reading something that isn't there, Lotex. I'm not ignoring anybody. You'd fly a U-2 Wackaday. An Anatov, not really. Why would you want to fly a giant dump truck in the sky? Like, why would you want to do that? I'd rather fly something exciting or fun, like, you know, a Concorde would be good to fly. SR-71 Blackwood would be good to fly. A Eurofighter would probably make me throw up, so I probably wouldn't go with a Eurofighter. A Spitfire would be... I'd like to go on one of those Spitfire experience days, you know? You know, where you sit in the back and somebody else fly. I'd like to try that. Because that Merlin sound is just... Oh. Airbus A380. Doesn't, like, it's a great aircraft, but it doesn't kind of move you emotionally. Do you know what I mean? A 777 is like the engines on a 777, the beautiful sound of the engines. You asked multiple times, this is almost done version out for public and a few on stream. I don't know, Lotex, I bought this a long time ago. I don't know if it's, I mean, it releases, like, they're probably going to do a final drop next week, which will probably have the end storyline in it, but we won't be there at that point, so this is just the game I've always had. I bought this years ago, so it's not a special stream version or anything. You love the Blackbird? I do too. C-17. I prefer the Airbus, myself. The, what is it, the The Airbus... What's the model? Is it the AM500 or something? It looks like a C-17, looks similar. Like 4 turboprop engines on it. That thing is nuts. It's actually nuts. A400M, that's it. That thing is just... When I first saw that take off and land at Riyadh, my mind was blown. Like, I walked over to the A400M, stood next to it. Monstrous thing. Like, wow, this thing is actually enormous. Walked inside of it, you know, you can drive a tank in the back of it. It's just huge. And then you see it take off and land, and you just... Like, you just look at it going, how? How does it do that? It just takes off like a 100-meter strip, just goes bonk, and then it just goes straight up, and then it just turns. And then it lands, and when it lands, because it reversed the turboprop, it just... It's an insane aircraft to watch. Do you wear your squirrel hat when flying? Actually, class, I either wear my squirrel hat or I wear my Scania 50-year hat. One of the two. The C5 Galaxy. MD-11s. Yeah, they're not bad, but they just don't, like I said, they don't move me emotionally. Like, if you're asking me what would I want to fly from one era, I would always go with something that just invokes emotion in me somehow, you know? Not like, oh, I'll fly an Anatov because it's just a massive plane. Not really. Like, technically, it's impressive, but it's just built to do one thing. It's a logistics plane. Is flying GA different feel from flying commercially? Yes. When you fly GA, like I was up with my instructor today, and as we flew over Harwich Docks and stuff, and we were looking down at it, and I was saying to him, I said, Eddie, I said, this is just an amazing day for flying. He said, it really is. Like, he said, most people don't ever get to see this. You know, it's probably what astronauts and pilots say to each other when they're up there, just going, most people don't get to see this, you know. But if you get on a plane like a jet plane and you're peering out that little window and you look outside, and you'll see what I saw today, but you'll see it for a few seconds as you keep climbing. In the GA plane, we've got this enormous glass cockpit, and you can just look out the window as you do a very slight turn, and you can stay there as long as you want. In fact, want to get a bit closer? Let's go down 1,000 feet and have a look. It's just, it's incredible. It's wonderful.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
So yeah, it is different to flying commercially. New Axle, but then, you know, commercial planes will see sunrises and sunsets above the cloud line. You know, they'll just be seeing all kind of like curvature of the Earth almost. They'll be seeing amazing stuff as well. New Axle, 17 months. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. Fail Virus with 19 months. I hear a heli going over my house this morning at 2:40 AM. Was so loud. Looked out my window to spot it. Next thing I know, a sports car shoots down my road looking like it was doing 90. Then a police car was shooting past, then another one, and then another one. Okay, that could be on TV in a couple of years. Texas 650 with a resume. DC 88 with half a year. Where does the time go? Keep up the great work. Loving the stream. DC, thank you. Enjoy the silver acorn. Valtiel with 25 months. I think we're up to date now. Clean restart with OBS appears to have fixed a problem. Need to re-add every scene. Black Knight, take your old... Go to your old OBS. And open the file. It's just like a text file. Open it up and it'll have all the scenes and stuff in there. You can just copy past the stuff over.
Welcome back.
But if you do, you may copy the problem back. So, although it's a bit of a pain, my advice is to use it as a reference and rebuild your OBS. But I would absolutely make sure your problem is gone before you do that. Like, play the game for like an hour and make sure it never comes back, and then start building. And every time you do it, keep a copy of that settings file. Which is in the scenes folder, by the way. Just copy that file. So if ever it suddenly starts breaking, you can just go back a version. Rai Fletch, thank you for the resume. Right, let us begin with a new game. Survival, Freedom, Horror, Clash on a Dangerous Planet, Scavenge Resources and Manage Hunger, Thirst to Survive, Freedom, Hardcore, Creative, that's not good for us. That's not good for us. That's not good for me. Permadeath? Don't think so. Survival it is. Any flight from any area for you, but the Apollo Mom landing. SR-71, B-24 in that order. Oh, space shuttle. I didn't realise we were allowed space shuttles. I thought we were talking about aircraft, not spacecraft. I think so, Martin's Games. I think we've sorted it. Hey, Doc Savage. Right, I don't know how much of the story is going to play, but whenever the story plays, I'll just shut up. I didn't forget to press play. I was waiting to press play. You like the new classy emote, Michael Brown? Yeah, we've got... There may be a couple of changes. We're not sure. It's going to be at least tomorrow before I can show you the new kind of nuts that we might use. Press any button to continue. Excuse me? I use keys, thank you. Yeah, Michael Brown, the classic emote is currently a tier 3 emote.
Attention. Hull failure imminent. All personnel abandon ship. Launch in 3, 2, 1.
Right, I'll bring myself back while we're not on a cutscene. Press F8 for bug reports and give feedback. Lel. Take that. It looks like we tried to get out and it all went horribly wrong.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Can somebody explain tier 3 emote to James? I thought that said Sega then, like, Sega.
You have suffered minor head trauma. This is considered an optimal outcome. This PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the databank for detailed survival advice. Good luck.
Press tab to open or close the PDA. What does that do? Voice log. Okay. Tab. Open and close that. Photo manager, blueprints. Data bank. Open storage container. Water sounds like a good thing to have, as does food. Food and water is like the biggest problem in this game. Can we just shift click this? Did we get that? Yeah, we did. Use the fabricator. Yes, we played this before. Last time I played this was August. The shuttle is an aircraft. It was built as a glider. It just happens to be launched via a rocket. I was waiting for somebody to pull that technical one. Looks like we don't have any materials anyway yet. Climb ladder. Exit the escape pod. Damage secondary systems. Use the repair tool. I don't have a repair tool, do I? Unless there was one somewhere else. Or maybe we have to get that later. Disinfected water from bleach. Filtered water. Ingredients unknown. Repair tool from silicone, rubber, cave sulfur, and titanium. Titanium. Oh my god. Let's have a look outside.
suffered orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
No, James, tier 1, 2 and 3 are all monthly. The only difference is how much you pay. So, most subscriptions are tier 1. They're $4.99 a month, yeah? $5 a month. That's a tier 1 sub. A tier 2 sub is $10 a month, and a tier 3 sub is $25 a month. Now, that's literally about supporting the broadcaster with a bit more every month. That's what it's intended for. However, Twitch gives you, or gives me, 1 emote slot at tier 2 and 1 emote slot at tier 3. Okay? So it means if you're a tier 2 sub, if you're paying $10 a month, you have 1 emote that tier 1 can't access. If you're at tier 3, you get another one and you can access tier 2 and tier 1. Do you get it? That's why it's called tiers. T-I-E-R. Tier. Wolves Train 2018. Thank you, Wolves Train, for the sub. Welcome to the Nut House. Thank you for the support. And you can upgrade. You can basically upgrade your sub from tier 1 to tier 2 to tier 3 anytime. Let's grab some stuff. Pick up the floater. I think we use these, if I remember, to make water or something. Stay away from them, they're bad guys. I don't know, Lotex. I'd have to download, I would have to download a list of my subs to find out who is tier. We did a knife, don't we? I remember you have to build a knife. I can't instantly see who my subs are without downloading the list, basically. Which I don't do that often, to be fair. Let's think about this. We need these as well.
Happy anniversary.
Why can't I take that? I need a knife for that. Need to remember how to play the game again. So you need to keep an eye out on your oxygen level on the left. Oh, stay away from him.
Oxygen.
Oh, VR. I'm sure it is, Mad Mick, but I'm not sure VR streaming is that great, given the chat interaction. Oh, remember them! Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, you scumbag. I remember those things. I just got injured. They're not hostile. Yes, they are. They squirt out green gunk out the bum. I seem to remember. And that thing is useful. Oh, God. There's another one. What's that? Quartz. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, I'm being chased! That's twice they've just exploded at me. Let's go in this way. Can I have another med kit, please? Oh, it's still on 51%. Hang on. Let's heal up. Chewbacca is chasing you. That's what it is. I was trying to think of what that thing sounds like. Right, let's see what we can make. Basic materials. Can't do any of that yet. Electronics. Sustenance. Water. Filtered water. Ingredients unknown. Tools. Oh, we can make a flare now because we have cave sulfur. Survival knife needs silicone rubber. And titanium. Battery. Where do I get rubber from? Can anybody remember? Sea glider. Ingredients unknown. Let's see. Let's put some of this stuff away. Keep one of each of them. Floater. I can't remember what you do with a floater. Give it a try of stream and see what I mean. Right, so we picked up titanium. Cave sulfur. I don't need to carry that around. I should have scanned stuff, shouldn't I? I should be out scanning things. That's what I should be doing. Wait, did I just leave my scanner behind? Rubber comes from kelp. Thank you. Where's my scanner gone? Filtered water. I had a scanner. Need to make a scanner. Oh, I thought I had one, sorry. Is that under resources? Where is it gone? Personal tool. Ah, battery and titanium. Okay, right. I thought I had one for some reason. For a battery, I need acid mushrooms. I have some of that. I need to find some copper ore. Okay. It's worth knowing. Need to find copper ore. Water's from a bladderfish. Start grabbing some stuff. Whoa, the heck was that? Salvage metal.
New creature discovered.
New life form discovered. Why did we just let it go? I want to keep it. Need to make all your tools, yep. You need bigger tanks, you need to make batteries, you need to make a knife as well. Like a knife, really important. Also at night you just can't see what you're doing until you get a torch. Jules updated my sub to just before the stream started and I'm now tier 3. Jules, thank you very much, bro. Thank you, dude. It's very kind of you. Thank you, Jules. Did you play any FPS game like Metro, Fallout, or Stalker? Fallout, I've played every one except Fallout 4. Metro series I've never played, and Stalker series I've never played. But I have played an awful lot of FPS games. An awful lot. All the way since the very beginning, where it was Doom. Back in the day on the PC. Oh, glory days. When we didn't even need graphics cards. It's very dark down here. I can't see what I'm doing. Ooh, shiny. Oh, I remember this stuff. This is where you get the little dragon things that swim around. You just watch some A400 and all you can say is wow.
Oxygen.
Arabid. Isn't it just like the most impressive thing? It's incredible. I seem to remember you need knives to cut some of this off.
This planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes. Further study recommended.
I seem to remember that you need
Acquired.
blueprint acquired. You need a knife to get something off there that you need. Those yellow seed pods can be made into rubber. Ooh. Let's go back and see what we can make. Did you play the new Doom? Nah. I didn't play the new Doom. I know that it's a very good game, but I just don't play anymore. Like, I used to play Unreal Tournament an absolute ton. It's oil for the yellow seed pods. Hang on. Grab a med kit. No, 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 no. Don't go. What are you doing? We're looking for Bob's Books on Sims 4. Okay, let's see what we can make. We can make lubricant from the seed. We can make silicone rubber from the creepvine seed. Make titanium from the metal salvage, that's handy. What version is this? The final build? 1.0 will release on 21st. Not yet NPR, it's not the final build, I've just got the one I've always had. So whatever that is, wherever it says it. Where does it say the version, by the way? Quickly save that. No, but by the time I get through, we'll be fine.
Intake recommended.
I know Chop Suey. I've been to the Aurora before. Hang on, let me just quickly... send a message. Just send a message, one sec. Alright. Sorry about that. Use the fire extinguisher in the water. Why? What does that do? Alright, Harm. Right, let me see. Fabricator. Waterproof locker. We don't need that yet. Equipment. What does this do? Standard O2 tank. That's useful. Another fire extinguisher we don't need. Pipe. Floating air pump. A floating device that pumps air into the pipes acts as a starting point for a pipe chain. Ah, I remember these. So titanium can be used to make the air pump that sits on the top, and then the pipes basically allow you to go deeper and deeper without needing to come back up all the time. I was watching your Daisy YouTube today. You actually do swear, lol. Squirrel, Squirrel loves dubstep. I used to swear back in the day when I played with the squad, like years ago, and then I made a conscious decision not to. I do need to eat. You're right. But we can make some cooked food, some cooked boomerang. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, the way I like to look at it is that everybody knows how to swear, but it's a choice whether you do it, right? It gives you a swimmer boost. What, do you mean the flippers? Make the repair tool. Hang on a sec. Titanium. It's daytime, I should go out scavenging again. Probably need to make some water as well, really. Why can't I cook that yet? Lubricant, silicone rubber, titanium. It's a battery. I can't make that yet. Silicone rubber I can make a knife with though. So let's make silicone rubber. Because a knife sounds incredibly useful to me. There we go. Does old swear videos bother you?
Standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
Okay, blueprints. Apparently we learned some new stuff. Lubricant we learned. Battery, disinfected water. We need to get the like the blubberfish cured boomerang. Needs salt deposit. Let's go outside and have a look around. Make use of the daylight. As if you go underwater and start spinning the knife, Counter-Strike style. So now we can... Stay away from me, bro. So now we can take some of this, I think. Get this stuff. Quartz.
Oxygen.
Oh boy. Need to breathe! Is it worth to swim to the destroyed spaceship? You can't go yet, Sonic. Basically, that thing has got a ruptured reactor on it, so the radiation level is too high. So you need to make a special suit, and then you can go to it. That's how it works. Acid mushroom. It's giving me some blue palm. I'm not really sure what that does. Inventory full. That's not good. I need an oxygen tank, I do. So I need more titanium, which means I need to salvage metal. I'm also getting hungry very quickly. So I need to think about that. Actually, maybe a box wouldn't have been a bad idea right now. Oh my god, they're massive. Do you know what? I might just fabricate them. Lubricant, just make some rubber. Do we need to make lubricant yet? I don't know if we do. Well, the aim of the game essentially is to get rescued. Ultimately, that's what you're trying to get. Don't know what this does. Does anybody know what the blue palm seed does? I don't know if I want to keep loads of it because I don't know what it does yet. Okay, put the rubber in that. I might just ditch some of these things, to be honest with you. Carrying all this junk around. Grapevine, you can go, you can go. You can go. They're fairly easy to get. Let's go find titanium and crystals and useful stuff. It's minerals I think we need. Oh, minerals and food. I seem to remember we need these things.
Oh, yeah.
Can't remember what for though. Oh, I need to make that tank. Your sub reaches 3 years and 6 months time. Looks like we're overdue some 3. 3-year nuts. Dude, I was talking about this yesterday. I even tweeted Twitch support yesterday. And said, can we please get some sub emotes beyond 2 years? So, you know, there's nothing I can do yet until they implement it. What the heck? He doesn't look friendly. Get away from me, bro! What did I even do to you? Make the repair tool to get rid of the sparks. Yeah. Priority at the moment is food and drink, because I can't make any more. Twitch is indeed the issue. So, there are no sub badges for 3 years or anything. Nothing above 24 months yet.
Calorie intake recommended.
Okay. I think we're going to have to eat.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Water. We need to make water. Get some fish. Yes. Good afternoon, Cat. How you doing, bro? Titanium ingot. Glass from silicon. Glass from quartz. Do we need glass here? I don't know if we do. make an O2 tank.
New blueprint acquired.
Floating air pump. What was that floating box gun? Electronics. Deployables. Here we are. Waterproof locker. I did indeed go flying in the cold. It was fun. If I remember, you can name these things, can't you? Empty storage. There we go. Let's put our materials out here. Metal salvage. So we don't know what to do with that yet. Are we carrying our extra tank anywhere? There it is. Okay, I need flippers. Anyway, this should allow us to stay underwater a little bit longer. Right, we need to get some fishy. Do I have to attack it, or...?
New creature discovered.
Can't get you, apparently. Why do things sound like horses and stuff? Copper. Nice.
Is an essential component of all powered equipment. Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible. 30 seconds.
Just because we found copper? The blue palm just takes up space. Get some pipers. Let's come back down here.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Picking up all the crystals I can find. It's amazing what a difference that extra tank makes. Not really sure what we're doing with the creature egg, to be honest.
30 seconds.
You get. I thought we'd be able to swim 50 meters.
Oxygen.
That's cutting it a bit fine. Eek! Okay, that was close. Leave the eggs. What, these things. Creature egg. Unidentified egg. What, do we not need that? Okay, I really do need to get some water supply. Cooked food. Cooked angry fish or something.
It is common for those accustomed to synthetic foods to be repulsed by eating an animal carcass. Remember that humans survived this way for millennia. You can too.
There's an alien fish tank you can build. Really?
Oh, yeah.
High capacity O2 tank. Needs a standard tank, silver ore, glass, which I just made a bit of. High capacity tank sounds awesome, but I would need silver ore from somewhere, which is probably a bit harder to find. Right, water, guys. Where do I get water from? Copper ore can go in there for now. Glass can go in there. Oh, it's full. Dang it. I seem to remember some like puffer fish or something that you could use to make water. Okay, same to you. I need to find out where they kind of hang out. Is that one? No, that's not one. They're good for food though, remember. A bladderfish. That's the one, the bladderfish. I've not seen... Is that a bladderfish? No, that's not a bladderfish. That's the one that if you cook, it kind of makes you thirsty. Something like that, I think.
New creature discovered.
Yeah, peeper.
Seek fluid intake. Oxygen.
Titanium. You passed a few. Okay. I don't know what I'm looking for at the moment. Is that one? That one. I'm not sure what they look like. They're pink. Ooh, bubbles. Bubbles refill your tank. I haven't got any drink at the moment. Is that... That's one, isn't it? I remember. That's it, though. Come here, you.
New creature
I think I'm being chased by something!
Alien life forms may have unexpected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy.
Okay, we've grabbed a few. Keep us going water-wise. Watch out for Jules. Jules, you missed my last donation. I'm sorry, Jules. 1 second. Alec, 16 months. Hello, mate. Love the game. Didn't want to nag you to play. It's a nice surprise. Love your streams. On my sense around condolences, mate. Sense around condolences. I'm not sure what that means. Gaffer, thank you for 2 months. Jules, are we there yet? Lol. You updated your sub? Yeah, I got it. Sorry about that, Jules. Okay. That's the radio. Give me some filtered water. Give me some more filtered water. Cooked food. Peeper. See that? The peeper I'm sure is salty.
Oh, the fabricator cooks small organisms while disposing of the skeletal structure, bodily fluids, and internal organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption. Caution. Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may result in a quantum detonation. Continuing to monitor.
Oh, only a quantum detonation, nothing to worry about.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Oh my god. 4 bottles of water just to fill, like, oh my god. Food 21, H2O plus 3. Ah, cooked boomerang actually hydrates you slightly. That's worth knowing. In fact, all of these do, but I think they degrade, don't they? Stevie LFC with 400 bits. You can get water from bladderfish. Yeah. Also, if you have salt deposits, you can make bleach. Ah, yes. And in turn, you can make filtered water, which fills your thirst bar by 75%. Right. Because we did get some salt. I can't remember where we got it from. Yeah, so bleach. Bleach appears in... Bleach is here. Salt deposit and coral tube. Okay, we had coral tube. Glass, titanium. I can't remember exactly where I got salt from, but that is definitely worth knowing. Bleach makes 2 water bottles. Nice. Ship is gonna explode. Yep, there's nothing you can do about it. Right, standard O2 tank. Pipe. First aid kit from a fibre mesh. Fins from silicone rubber. Okay, let's make some fins, because I think we can make silicone rubber. Get more of that creepy stuff. Let's drop that. Glass going there, titanium going there. Wait, we have 1 rubber in that one. There's the coral tube. See, I don't have any salt yet. We do have copper though. Need the repair tool. Is it necessary? Silicone and a bladderfish makes an air bladder. Silicone knife, flashlight, repair tool, silicone rubber, cave sulfur and titanium. Have we got any cave sulfur?